good and bad. um, my my stance on good and bad. I think that when you put energy into anything, energy as in time, opinions, beliefs, morals into anything, and you believe it's true, it's going to happen. So when I put energy into something by calling it good, calling it bad, it morphs into that and it manifests into my life. If you don't like the word manifest, when I think something's bad, it becomes bad because I put a label on it. And now it's kind of like, it's like self-diagnosing, but for the ideology. Anyways, so what I believe is that is the main issue for a lot of people in the world, putting emphasis on the good and bad of the world on specific things. Because I don't really think anyone knows exactly what is good or bad, because there is no defined definition. We just assume and try our best to statistically, why can't I say that word? To calculate what seems more morally correct. So something like homework. To me, homework is like, it depends on the topic. If we're talking about math, homework is bad. If we're talking about English homework, that's creative. I'm opening my mind because I like English homework. See, there's two different sides to this. There is perspective, there is different layers and things like this. So how can we really label something as good or bad? Even something as easy, or maybe more, I won't say easy or complex. Let's just do the topic of makeup. I personally do not wear makeup. I don't like it for myself, but I could call this bad in my world, because if someone were to be like, oh, I want to buy you a gift, I'm going to get you makeup, I would honestly be like, oh, I don't want that because I don't use it. I don't see it's necessary. Therefore, I'm putting it in the bad category automatically because I don't use it. Therefore, it's not good, Just because I don't use it doesn't mean makeup is bad. Makeup is a form of expression. Same thing with nails. I hate the feeling of nails on me, like acrylic nails, but I love the idea. I love the art. I would even do it, honestly, because I see it satisfying, but I would never wear it myself. There's a gray area. You cannot fully say what is good or bad. Even something, let's go with something even deeper, like abortion. Do I think abortion is good or bad? Me, I don't like death. I don't think anything should die by the direct force of someone else. But at the same time, there are women in this world who have been sexually abused and they don't feel like they're fit to have a child or birth the child, and that is completely their decision. Maybe that child is not supposed to come in this world. There is a gray area, so I can't really put a label on if that's good or bad. Misogynistic beliefs. Sometimes I'm out and about and I'm observing a group of girls who are maybe obnoxious and loud, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't want to be around them, labeling it bad. But do I think girls being themselves in a group and having fun is bad? No. So there is a balance. So how can we truly put emphasis on something being good or bad? So what I do, I guess, is the point of this video, is what if everything it's not the same? Everything is an opportunity, a lesson, instead of rejected or attracted. And even those terms, attraction and rejection, those are not good or bad terms, because you can attract something that's bad or reject something that's good. It's just an action. An action in the movement and energy of life, because everyone has free will to choose what to do and to reject what they don't want to do. So I think if people had more of an open mind to things being an opportunity, as opposed to saying something's bad and putting that energy into it, they'd be much more, it wouldn't be beneficial for them. I feel they would see there's more of a purpose behind what's happening, because I think, like, oftentimes things that are bad end up being good for you, like a breakup that you thought was good for you, even though you maybe never had a fight with each other, but that's because my boxers. That's because the male would always hide his anger and go in another room and scream. Even though he was mad at you, he wasn't telling you he was mad, he was suppressing it. And that repression of anger built up subconsciously. You can both feel it, you both know what's happening, but you keep this relationship because you think it's good, because you guys never had a fight. But now there is this tension, and then you guys end up breaking up, and you're like, what happened? It was such a good relationship, but it wasn't. You just weren't aligned anymore. There was a lesson behind who you were and who this other individual was in this relationship together. It's almost like you're labeling something when it doesn't need to be labeled. Instead, it should just be accepted and processed, because there is a difference between observing something and truly making a claim because of your observation, a detailed, thought out observation, as opposed to assuming something and then labeling, because that's what I guess that's the flaw behind the good and bad, because everything in cinema, in books, even in energy, there's a positive and negative reaction. Like, just because it's positive and negative in electrons doesn't mean those are bad. Together they hold to make all the particles in the world come together. And what was I saying before the particles? Oh, there's a protagonist, antagonist, and everything, all of cinema. So it's like people are used to it. It's like people are like, oh, there's two sides. That means it's good and bad. The two sides can't just be two opposing sides, perfectly forming and weaving together in opposite ways. Look what I can do. Ooh. There's a balance. There's a balance into accepting 50% instead of going from left and right all the time. It'd be right and left for you. Whatever. Sorry, I don't know why I like to do that right now. It's the energy you put into it. Another big attribute to accepting more of the opportunity instead of picking a side is learning how to let go, when to let go. And I'm currently doing this constantly, learning how to let go of things, because I think it's just exhausting constantly trying to label something as good or bad in my life. And that's why I just don't want to, I guess, debate in my own head, because when I debate in my own head about things, I debate in real life about things. And I'm not saying like debating is bad to do with other people. It's just, if something is exhausting for me to do, I don't want to do it. I feel like in the concept of good or bad, let's say I'm bad and the person I'm talking to is good about a specific stance. I don't think there should be I don't think the goal should be to persuade the other person to go to the good side, go to the bad side. I think it should just be an equal playing field, and you guys should just be able to talk, because again, it's a protagonist, antagonist thing. There's a natural war. So if people were just able to be open-minded and see it as an opportunity, like I keep saying over and over again, they could be able to discuss and not debate, but discuss with one another out of love. So then it's just truly getting more knowledge about the world around you. Yes, maybe you can persuade them to think more alike to you, but I don't think that should be the goal. I think it should happen naturally. Yeah.